What's happening, guys? Kenny within the pocket, and today I've got another tag video for you. And I was tagged by Elliot over at Sharp Thinking, and he's got a great video about the top 5 choices for the year, and it's got a twist, from all the other videos, and it's in these 5 categories. So yeah, I appreciate the tag, man, and I appreciate the kind words. I really, I agree, bro. I feel the same way. You're a good dude, and if you guys are watching this video, if you're subscribed to me and you haven't checked out Sharp Thinking, you should go do that right now. He's got a very similar channel to me, at least in size and everything, and he's got just some honest, great opinions about certain things, and he's a very observant person, and just perceptive, and he forms opinions, guys. We all have our own opinions, and that's what this is all about. That's why we do this, and I really appreciate your what you got to say, man, and keep it up. You're young and you got a great life in front of you, man. Just the man you become is up to you, bro. And you're doing a good job, man. Just keep it up. And so I'm going to get right into this today, guys. And in the spirit of the tagging, I've got 3 people tagged here. And yes, oh, by the way, I don't have nice writing either. This is like I can be really neat. My dad taught me proper handwriting, so my dad was a stickler. And I used to have, I can do nice writing, but this is my doctor writing, guys. That's what I call it. So, yeah. Blade Banner, calling you out for a video like this again. Same guys, whatever. I'm adding Banner 24/7 because I think you guys should all check out his channel. He's got a great view, and he's very concise, but way better than I am. He doesn't ramble as much. And just very, very clean, great, just really smart guy. So check out his channel if you haven't already. And Super Steel Steve, of course, you're always gonna get tagged on here, buddy. You've already been tagged. You're always gonna get mentioned because you are doing some great stuff, and you got a great channel going, man. And I really appreciate what you're doing. So yeah, those guys, I'm calling you out. You can do it if you want. I'm not holding you hostage like Elliot is me. So you can do it if you want, man. I'm just throwing it out there. Banner 24/7. I know you already did one of these, but this is a little different. This forces you into a corner a little bit. These knives are not the same as what my top 5 knives would be. So if you guys still want me to do one of those videos, I'll do that too. These are the top 5 of 2018 in these categories. That's right. Grail, tank, performer, shocker, and overall. Grail. I'm gonna try and make this short, guys. This is probably this is the second video, and I think I'm gonna keep it more concise. Grail. The Grail is going to be that knife that is the knife. It's the one that it satisfies every part of you, like the little kid inside, the adult, the practical, the functioning, everything. It's that knife. It's the one. And then the tank. The tank is that knife that you can take into any situation and never worry about it. You don't have to worry about the tip. You don't have to worry about the locking mechanism. Nothing. So that's the tank. Performer, it's the slicing machine. It doesn't need to be, in my opinion, it doesn't have to have the greatest locking or anything like that. It's just got to have that slicey blade that just will perform and never get hung up on anything. So that's the performer. The shocker is the one that surprises you, the one that gets you in the rear end. That's not really my thing, but I know a lot of you out there probably is. But the one that surprises you, the one that it's the one that just you didn't think you were gonna love, and you do, and that's the shocker. And then the overall is just the overall performer. That's got to be not performer, but the overall just does everything. It slices, it You know, it's fast, the deployment, the playing, and for me, the overall has got to have good fidgetability, because I do like to play with my knives. Sorry for the guys out there that don't. I do. I'm a fidgeter. My mind doesn't stop. My hands don't stop. I'm a fidgeter. So overall, you know, it's got to have a fidget factor to it too for me. So, but it's also a slicer. It's also tough. It's also, you know, it's got to have the whole picture. So, yeah, that's it. That's the list, guys, and I'm gonna start it here. I know, 5 minutes in, and I'm just barely starting the list. Sorry. You know, if you watch my channel, you know. So I'm gonna move these down a little bit. And I don't know. I'm gonna have some honorable mentions for sure. If you know me, you know I'm gonna have some things that I have to add in. I don't know about your order, dude, but I'm following it in the order you did. I think Grail should probably be at the end, but I'm doing it your way, bro. And here we go. Right into it. So the Grail knife could have gone a few different directions for me. You guys know I love Spydercos, and you know I love the paramilitaries, both. And they could have been Grails, but you know, even as a kid, this would have been perfect. I love it. It's got everything for it. You know, I do. But you know, it's not really that. It doesn't like blow me away that much. You know, this guy definitely something that, you know, that gets the little kid inside. It also the function, everything. Great knife. But I just got it, and I can't really attest to it as much. And you know, maybe on 2019 list, maybe this will make it. I don't know. But there's a long way till then. But really, what got me, every part of me, everything, was this guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Dude, everything about this knife. It's just amazing. The smooth action is amazing. The deployment, oh my god, flies out of there. Oh, the little kid inside of me just thinks this thing is bad to the freaking bone. To the bone. Oh my gosh. And you want to talk about ergonomics? For me, for my hands, this thing is immaculate. Oh my gosh. Just fits the hand so perfectly. And the jimping's perfect for me. It's not super aggressive, but it locks in. I mean, they are kind of sharp, so maybe some people, but they're chamfered, you know. Some people would probably find it a little gnarly, but dude, locked in. And then up here, locked in. That thumb ramp is so perfect. The up here is just, you have such great control of the knife, and it's just so close to the edge. Amazing. And then back here, the balance is actually perfect for the back, which makes it like, I like that, because then you're back here, you're just, you don't have that like telescope feeling where you're like, you feel like you're back here and you're nowhere near the blade. This just, oh my gosh, go to work, guys. And the tall grind, so thin behind the edge, I just sharpened it. The S35 was, it wasn't as glassy as some of the S30, like the Benchmade S30 I have, so I know it probably won't hold an edge as long, but it'll be a little tougher. And you know, I think they probably do a pretty, from what I've heard, Wee does a pretty good job with the S35. And Elliot, who's a, you know, not Elliot Sharp Thinking, Elliot from Ferrum Forge is a blade snob. You know, he's a steel snob, so I'm sure that he made sure that they did a good job. And what he said is that with the S35 and this, they went a little bit, what Wee does is they go a little bit better for edge retention, not as good in corrosion resistance, and especially with this finish, I'm sure. I got to watch the corrosion, so just keep it with, I should show you guys what I use, but I just keep it oiled. I will in a video coming up. But yeah, it's good, amazing. I love it. It's everything. The fit and finish is unbelievable. The chamfering everywhere is so perfect machined. I can't even show you guys. When I do the video on this, I'm gonna go on for freaking ever about it because it's just amazing. The fit and finish is just outstanding. The hardware is beautiful. Pivot, everything's just beautiful. I love the through holes. I love it. I love this knife. And it was a gift from my wife. It was my 35 years on this earth. This was my gift from my wife for my 35th birthday. Just, oh my God, blew me away. I absolutely love it. And it's just the perfect fit for the Grail. Sorry, I rambled there. Yep, you guys knew it was going to happen. Bang, there you go. Yeah, so anyways, moving right along. Next on the list, tank. This could have gone a few different directions too, guys, and I'm going to kind of keep it short on it. Could have been the Ultimate Hunter. American. I always try and say American Lawman, Ultimate Hunter together. But yeah, this is a tank. This thing is a tank. Great knife with a great slicey blade. This could be in a lot of different categories. This could be in shocker too, because it's such a great knife. I didn't expect to like it. I got it at a deal. I knew I could flip it, and it was CTS XHP. I wanted to grab it before they went out, and I knew I could flip it, so I grabbed it, and I actually love it. I do. It's a tank. It's a beast. I love it. So yeah, that could be it. And then you got. I actually think the 940 is a tank, even though it's not really meant to be. I love the 940, and I think it's strong enough. I mean, yeah, it's not as strong as other knives, maybe, but I mean the tip is super. I could pry with that. I feel comfortable prying with this, actually. I do. That's why I grab it if I don't know what I'm doing. Great knife. Could be in the category, even though it's really not meant to be. But that, and that could come in later, for sure. But yeah, the tank could have been this way, too. It could have been this guy. Where it went, and another shocker. Yeah. Recon 1, guys. Did not expect to love this knife, but it is a great tanking knife, dude. Great lock, triad lock, arguably the strongest lock on the market. XHP steel, but S35 now, which I love S35. Elliot, I know you got a big problem with S35, but you need to give it another shot, man. Even one of these, try it. I bet Cold Steel does a good job on the heat treat. And I'm gonna make a whole nother video about S35 because I think it's getting a bad rap right now. It is. So I think if it's properly heat treated, it could definitely be the better than S30. I think it's all about that heat treat again. Super Steel, all the heat treat talk, man. The S35 could be a beast. The chemistry makes sense. Even though the carbon's lower, I get it. The carbon's lower, so it shouldn't have the edge retention. It really shouldn't. I know Pete's videos kind of show you different story. Anyways, not going to get into it. Ramble. That's the tank, guys. Surprised the hell out of me. Amazing ergos. Amazing, thick, solid. I could pry with this. I feel pretty comfortable. It's got a thick tip. It's got a really slicey blade. And honestly, this was tough because these two, I could easily switch these two. And this one has a thicker tip even. Actually, I don't know, man. This might be the tank. This might be it. Damn it. I'm switching my answer. Here you go. Dude, on the last video, it was this guy. No way. All right. I'm going Ultimate Hunter there. Ultimate Hunter. That's it. Anyways, moving right along. Performer. Here we go. Performer. That's going to be tough, too. There's a lot of great ones here. Actually, I think this is a great honorable mention. Yeah, LC200 is a great steel. Performs like crazy, and you don't have to even worry about a thing with this steel. I don't do anything to it, and it's just excellent. Great lockup, great knife, which it doesn't need to be in Performer. But this blade does slice, and it's got a great, just a great blade shape for just getting work done, and it slices through cardboard without hesitation ever. I put this 17-degree edge on it. It's just like, or actually I think it was more like 16, and it just, oh man, it flies through cardboard, flies through zip ties, everything. Amazing knife. Honorable mention. This one too, honorable mention. Amazing slicer. I love this guy, and I'm loving this knife. Action smoothed up a lot, and it's really fun. This performs really well. Oh man, I got some oil on there. M4. But yeah, so this is an amazing performer. But winner in the performer. And you know, God, guys, I know I'm going to get some slack. This is the performer too. Big time. Amazing performer. Great ergos. And actually, I think this guy won in the last one because Maximate in that everything. And the whole thing about being not tough, Super Steel Steve, made it fucking... Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah. Awesome blade. Awesome steel. Awesome ergos. Great knife. This is so tough, man. This is so tough. But I got to give it to the Benchmade. I mean, talk about slicing through cardboard without hesitation. Talking about slicing through anything without hesitation. An apple, anything. I mean, this thing is just amazing. I love this blade. It just... Never have I had it hang up on anything, like on cardboard, and get hung up in there and have to pull it out and it just slices like crazy. And I do love it. It's a great fidget knife. It plays well. It could be an overall one too. I mean, I don't think it would win overall for me, but it just because, you know, it is really thin and stuff and a little bit of squeezing and stuff. I mean, which doesn't affect it in strength, but it's just, you know, not confidence inspiring really. And there's little things that wouldn't keep it from overall. But yeah, performer, Benchmade Bug Out. Amazing performer. Shocker. This is a tough one, guys, because there were a lot of shocking knives for me this year because it was my first year and all the, you know, all the knife world really. So... including YouTube and all that. So this is really hard as the shocker. I was shocked by a lot. I was shocked by this knife. This is the one that started the channel really, the one that, you know, it's $69 or whatever. It was competing in my pocket with some of the much more expensive knives, you know. So that was a shocker for me, but it doesn't win for me. It doesn't. And then, you know, another honorable mention is this guy. This is a shocker. I mean, for $42, you're talking like some really insane action. Really good ergos too, except I don't really love this jimping. I think it's a little aggressive, especially since it's sticking out. But yeah, that's a shocker. Great knife. Awesome knife. Okay. Then, you know, what really was the shocker, what blew my mind, ended up being, Elliot, you're going to love this one. This is your knife, buddy. And it's on your list too, but not in this. Kablooey. That's right. The military. I never thought I would love this knife. I never thought that it would fit for me. Especially, you know, like I said, like if you watch my channel, you know, I'm usually like a 3 and under guy, or I used to be a 3 and under guy. That's kind of how I thought, like that's what I looked for, because I grew up in California, and when I was a kid, you know, 3 inches was all you could carry. And, you know, that's where I would go, was 3 inches and under. And even though I'd always dream of like longer, bigger blades and wish I could carry stuff like that, but it ended up being, you know, it ended up being the military, because it just, I've been getting more accustomed to these long blades, and oh, the ergos are freaking insane. This is actually, for me, this kills the police. I love the police. I love it. I do. And it's almost just right there, just as good. And a lot of guys might like this better. It's got more real estate on the handle, really. You can hold it a lot of different ways. This one too, you can kind of choke back here, and you got really good grip if you want to chop or something. But yeah, I mean, and the back lock is great too. I mean, it's great, but I mean, honestly, this one wins because it has just as good lockup. I mean, listen to how authoritative this is. I mean, that is just, it locks up so solid, and there's never any thought that that's going to give. This is like super strong, thick steel there. I don't think it's going to, I think it's steel. I don't think it's got to be steel. So, it's great. It's great, and it's that whole side. It does get locked in. So it's really nice and tough, and it's just really fun. It works so good. This thing slices so good, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away how good that blade, just because it's so broad, and the belly and everything. It's amazing. It's amazing user. And Elliot, you're probably like laughing and loving it right now, because I would have never thought that this knife, I would love it. The clip and everything, it doesn't even bother me. It's like the clip is done perfectly for a tip down carry. I never carry tip down anymore, man, but this knife that does not bother me. Like you said, I keep it in my back pocket in the corner. This is right up against the side. I pull this thing out like this right into my hand, and it's just, oh, dude, slice. Like, amazing slicer. And Rex 45, initial impressions, oh my gosh. I need to use this more, but I got a lot going on here, guys, as you can see. I need to slow it down in 2019 a little bit and get some of these out to reviews, use them more and just get more out. So, yeah, I went a little nuts here, guys. So, overall, last but not least, without further ado, this has been a long one already, guys. The overall, great. This is like that knife that just does everything great. This is a great in the running kind of guy. It does everything amazing. The action's awesome. It's got to have good fidgetability, which I believe this does. The ball bearing, it doesn't bother me. And this is actually it just drops free. Really nice. So, action's amazing on this. Oh, and of course, of course, this could be it. This overall knife, I love this. And this is the big runner-up. I went back and forth with this for a while. It would probably be in this configuration, but my action's not as amazing on this one. I do love I love them both equally, probably. But yeah, I like the G10. It's definitely better for those cold days. Feels warmer in the hand and everything. Get a little better grip, I think, than the aluminum. But you don't really need it with this knife. And both are awesome gentleman's carries. So that's a great overall. Yeah, and overall is also not going to scare people either for me. That's got to be another thing. It can't scare people away. But, of course, you guys know what this is going to be. And I'm so goddamn predictable. Yeah, that's right. Pair of 3. It's my overall winner. It's like everything, for me. It was really tough for me to choose between the PM2 and the Pair 3, but you knew this was going to be on the list at some point. And I think, honestly, maybe if I lived somewhere else, maybe if I grew up somewhere else, this would be the knife for me. But because I like 3-inch knives and I could carry this any day, every day, anywhere, the action's amazing. This example especially, I love crew wear, blowing me away, and I am in love with it. Of course, you guys know this is definitely one of my favorite knives, and it probably is my favorite knife. I love M4 too. But honestly, I'm blown away by crew wear, and it's a little more stain resistant than M4. M4, I already did have a few issues with rust on this guy. I just wasn't carrying it as much as I should, and I didn't oil it like I was going to be storing it. So I did get a little bit on the blade. I don't even know if I kind of got it off, I think. but I just got a little bit back here, and it's no big deal. But yeah, I've been taking better care of it if I know I'm gonna put it away for a while. But yeah, M4 is not amazing stain resistance. Crew wear is a little better, and it also performs amazingly. I can't wait to get my clip. Still waiting on that for this guy, but can't wait to get my deep carry clip. I got it from a different guy, and still waiting on it. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that, and then this will be in my pocket a lot. I already had the PM2, and I used it, pretty good amount, and I really love crew wear, and it sharpens amazingly. But definitely better for the average sharpener, definitely. M4 is a little more tricky, little more glassy on the stones. So yeah, this is it, and I love this smooth G10. I don't find it to be slippery really at all with this knife. It's not coming out of your hand when you lock into this. I can't wait for the other clip because this one does kind of have a hot spot for me right there. But yeah, the other clip I most likely won't because just the way it looks like it's going to have great ergos. So yeah, really excited for this guy. And man, it just slices like crazy. I don't feel like it has that thin of a tip. It does. I wouldn't pry with it, but I mean, that's the only thing I think that really kind of wins with the Benchmade is it doesn't slice as good though. And I mean, it does, but I don't know. There's little differences. I don't know. That's really tough, guys. Really tough. But yeah, winner. That's the winner, guys. And yeah, there's my list. There's the 5. Just at the end here, I'm just going to say one more time, I want to call you guys out. Don't have to do it, but I'm asking that you do. And then also I want to say, Elliot, you've got a lot of good points, and I hope people understand how hard this is to like talk to yourself. And I mean, it's really difficult for me too, buddy. Really difficult. And I want to say that you have a lot of good points about that. And BP69, you need to do this, man. You need to do it because sometimes you do like to razzle people, and it's all in good fun, dude. And I think you got a lot of good points too. But man, you like to give people shit. So I appreciate you though, man. And I sometimes you get me, you actually make me think about it more, which is awesome. So yeah, good on you, bro. But you need to do this, and then. Yeah, I just want to say you're hit on, but you know what? Everyone talks to themselves. And if you say that you don't, you're probably lying, guys. I'm sorry. Everyone should at least talk to themselves, or it'd be really boring by yourself. I mean, who are you going to talk to when you're by yourself? And you in a way, you're talking to yourself in your brain anyways, guys. So if you do it out loud, it's just therapeutic. I mean, if you were stranded on a desert island, you'd probably do it. So there's my 5, guys. I know I got 2 Spydercos here, but yeah, I don't really care. Whatever gets me, there were 3 on the Performer. I had this guy before. That was, that's a Performer for damn sure. But I had to give it to that blade. But yeah, and this one's, I don't know. Maybe that's why, because it's just so wide. That's a much better carry, but I know Performer has nothing to do with that. Anyways, there's my 5, guys. It could have gone a completely different way. If I did this again, it probably would go a different way. Thanks for watching. Sorry it was so long. Appreciate everyone and everything you guys do. And calling you guys out. And Outpost 76, man, you're awesome, dude. I'm going to get those skills out for you soon. Probably today. Have a great day, guys. Later.